In just 6 days, a historic event is set to bring a surreal silence across the U.S. All eyes are going to be on the sky to catch the total solar eclipse. And ahead of that event, workers at Discovery Place in Uptown and Huntersville are teaching lessons about the different types of solar eclipses. They're looking at what it means to be in the path of totality and hands-on experiments, creating a pinhole viewer. There will be a watch party on the rooftop of the Discovery Place parking garage, and if you can't make that party, you can still plan to see the eclipse and make sure you have the proper viewing glasses. It's very important. Well, some New York inmates are suing over the decision to lock down prisoners during that solar eclipse. They argue the April 8th lockdown violates inmates' constitutional rights to practice their faiths by preventing them from taking part in a religiously significant event. The plaintiffs are 6 men, all with different religious backgrounds. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us right now. And Khalif, how did we get here? Because I got to first ask is this a religious event, the total solar eclipse?
I think that is the question, the million-dollar question that everyone wants to know, specifically those 6 individuals that filed a claim. And so I'll start with this. Generally held beliefs, if they are sincere and they are a religion, under the Constitution, the First Amendment, they are protected. They should be protected. And I'll say, like I used to tell my law students, just because you can do something doesn't mean it's a constitutional right. So we have to start there. But when the court will make a decision on if this is something that is protected, it boils down to a couple of things. First, they cannot infringe on your ability to practice your religion unless if they have a compelling interest and it's the most least restrictive. And so they have to be able to point to a couple of things. Is this something that we have a compelling interest to do? And so you can recognize in New York what they did is they shut down the entire yard period between 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and this solar eclipse is supposed to be at 3 o'clock. It wasn't on accident. We want to make sure that every person is not outside and inside. What our compelling interest argument would be that we want to ensure that we maybe don't have any future lawsuits. If folks are looking up to the sun and they don't have the protective eye gear on,
now we're
lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit.
Yeah.
And so someone in their mitigation department said the easiest way we can do this is get rid of it. So that's their compelling interest. But now, is it the least restrictive? What I would argue if I'm representing these inmates is that, look, there's a couple of things you could have done. Supply us all with glasses. And then now we can ensure that we can see and not have any future lawsuits. So the ultimate question is this a religion? Will come down to the court saying, is this something that you truly believe? Is it something that you made up? And it has been held that it doesn't have to be a religion that has a whole bunch of people. Some court opinions have said 5 people, 6 people worldwide is enough to be a religion. And it doesn't even have to be a belief that you do consistently. Today you can believe it, tomorrow you cannot. And folks have argued in front of the court and been successful by saying, listen, I believe this and my religion requires that I believe this. And so the court will look at a number of things. But one person I'll say for sure is the atheist. I think they'll be out because there's 6 people in this claim. There's an atheist. The courts have been really, really hard on atheists attempting to connect to religious beliefs. But the other 5 individuals, I think they may have an argument.
Well, they're going to have to do it before Monday. That's for sure. And, you know, we always say the wheels of justice move pretty slow here, but hopefully they can get this done before Monday.
So the question is, will the court get to it fast enough? Normally, these types of claims, they want to get to it really quick. Yeah. So they will.
All right. We'll see, because it's going to be a significant event for everyone to watch.
For sure.
Especially here in the Carolinas, where it's going to be 80%. All right.